Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review for episode 6 of The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt, episode 6. Hey, how about an international conference? And I thought this was another really great episode because we see, it goes shows like how the Prince, Wayne, he uses a lot of his talk to get himself out of things or to win trusts over people. Which he does. Which he makes himself get out of another situation when he's confronted with a servant of another kingdom, but another character by the name of Zeno, and offering a proposal, a temporary allegiance, right? Sometimes how he's arrogant sometimes, and but uses his quick thinking mind to get himself out of it. And even shows when Zeno is holding a sword to him, even names a little bit concerned, so. But it was another good episode, and just like I said, that's a lot of a lot of good talking from Wayne, and even the opening of the episode, which we didn't get no intro again, just the credits going as the episode is going. Another fun moments, another good romantic thing, between Wayne and Nim. As they're on their way to this kingdom for a festival, in the carriage, Wayne's talking to Nim, and Nim dyed her hair from white to black, since, because how her people are always talked down to and discriminated, so she dyed her hair, and you get a little bit flirting between the two of them. She's asking, which do you prefer, black or white? What color of her hair would it be? And Wayne's thinking it's a trick question. You think, oh, maybe refers to the color of your panties, and she goes and smacks him one. that's pretty fun. But like I said, you get some nice flirting between the two of them. Like I said, these two are made for each other. She's his heart, and vice versa. But they're saying those they can't marry each other because due to her Nim's people's discrimination politics, wherever it is, so they can't though. But we know that they do. They are meant for each other, and we do see that. You see they're kind of flirting. Like I said, they're they're flirting with each other. Asking what color of her hair is. Which would you prefer you like it. And telling her. Nim telling Wayne, when we're at this festival, you be in your best behavior. I'll let you stroke my hair, not too hard, but just nicely. So you get that a little bit nice of romance, just a little bit of romance between the two of them. But then as the episode goes along, it gets a little bit more of a tense thing because since they get attacked by some impending attackers from another land. Okay, it's hard to pronounce the names of the different types of kingdoms and lands. So sorry, but they get ambushed. But then some other freelance man, like I said, I can't pronounce the names of these, but they help save them. One takes an arrow to the arm. They retreat. And it's like the kingdom one of the kingdoms they were to go to for help, right? And then we meet, since the princes of that kingdom got burned as what Zeno, who's Zeno, who's the servant of the prince, tells him that. So she's asking, why are you here, and asking why'd you come here in the first place? And he's saying, oh, well, I'm just going to go to the festival. And she's like, you want to rethink your words, holding a sword to him. And this is where Nim gets a little bit concerned, thinking that his arrogance are going to be the death of him. But he tells them that that's what proposes like a temporary allegiance with Zeno, because the people that attacked him, they have like a strong army at the capital. They have like a strong army of like 20,000 compared to Zeno's army of like a few thousand. So they're gonna be outmanned and outnumbered and killed. So he makes a temporary alliance to go with the prince, and so she goes with him to the capital, and to meet all these big guys. And in there, the prince and one of his guardsmen, they pass by a general and another assistant guy who has like a bandage on his right arm, which the same guy who one of the attackers took an arrow to the arm. So assuming that he's one of the attackers. And Zeno attempted to assassinate a guy who wronged her people, but Nim stops her by putting a knife to her throat, saying, "Don't do it." And she talks to her, like talking some sense into her. And then the king of that capital takes Wein with him to this room where all these big guys are, or all these big names are. And this is the first we see like the shocked look on his face that, the first time he doesn't know what to do. And because he always has a backup thing, always or talks his way out of things and always knows what to say, though, but this time he doesn't know what to do or what to say, because this is a room for all these big names. Like, they're called like the Holy Elites, and the king of that place wants to nominate him to become one of the Holy Elites. Even the one woman was like Kamala or Kamalea, or I forgot about that person's name. She's like dressed like almost like a sort of like a nun, almost in a way. But I got a sense that she has like villain marked on her forehead already. I got a sense villainous from her. And she's like, "Oh, are you sure you want nominate him?" And then she goes, and then later goes and complains to Nim about it. And we're just like, "Oh, are they serious?" And it's like, "Yep." But even though he has Nim to talk to, about his problems, so that's why they work. These two work so well. These two work so well together, like I said. And you even see with that one woman who's like this, does like these teachings, and he's talking to that one guy she's conspiring with this one guy named Al, like the last episode, in the last episode, the guy named Al ambushed the prince, like came out from behind him, almost took the prince out, and then Prince Wein just took sliced his right arm off. He's basically wants to get revenge on the prince for cutting his arm off, so he's conspiring with this woman, and also telling that about Wayne's right hand Nim, that she's also poses a problem because she's very good, about fighting a lot of stuff, right? And while that's happening, Nim is spying. She's in a tree with spying on the one general, with that talking to the one guy, Mander or whatever, who that Zeno wanted to assassinate. And she's like she can read lips, and saying that the Prince Wein is in danger, so she's very concerned about that. So, like I said, and like I said, and it ends with the guy Al talking with the woman, lady Caldamelia, yeah. So yeah, it's just that first we have Wein doesn't know what to do at first, because he basically, when watching the room, he basically shit his pants, because he's like in absolute shock of all of this, especially on being nominated as a Holy Elite, because being a Holy Elite has to do with certain bloodlines and a royal purse or family or something. So, and with Nim hearing what the guy's saying, that the prince is in danger, and the woman called Amelia conspiring with that one guy Al, who wants revenge for the prince for taking off his arm. So, and a lot's going on, especially with Zeno, who wanted to assassinate that one guy who wronged her people. So, and like I said, in the beginning of the episode, we got that little bit of romance going on, with Nim flirting with Wein, like the color of her hair. So it's nice to see that all. So we get a little bit of romance in the beginning, then until it gets all the dark and tense stuff that's happening later on in the episode. So, yeah. Sorry. This is another really good episode. Like I said, I am loving the series, and and Wayne is such a well written character. Like I said, he is so smart, a genius, always trying to, even a little bit arrogance, though he tries to talk his way out of things, try to have things gain in his favor, which maybe all this being nominated as a holy elite, and maybe will eventually be an advantage for him, to help him win, maybe at the end of the day. So maybe it wasn't a total, well, even though he was shocked about it, though, maybe this will also work in his favor, though. So, but I am looking forward to seeing how the next episode will play out, because now we're halfway through now, because this is a 12 episode series, though, so we're already halfway through, and I can look forward to see how next episode will play out, and there's gonna be a lot more stuff that's gonna be happening. So, like I said, maybe by the end of the series, like I said, maybe we'll get that little bit of romance between him and Wayne. Even though, like I said, how they can't, due to circumstances, they can't marry each other, but maybe we'll see a kiss or anything, though. But we'll see how that plays out, because like I said, because we all know that these two are made for each other regardless, though. So we do see it that they really do like each other. But yeah, but the whole thing, that's all the conspiracy that's going along with that woman, and then the holy elites, and that another attempted assassination on the prince. We'll see how the puzzles will come into place. Pieces of the puzzle will fall into place, basically. So yeah, episode 6, another really good episode, really good one. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video, and we'll see you next time.